Welcome to Fake Love and Flying Monkeys, the podcast where fake love is exposed. I'm Nova Gibson and I am your host. I'm the principal counsellor at Brighter Outlook Narcissistic Abuse Counselling.com.au. This space is dedicated to helping you reclaim your worth and understand the impact of toxic relationships with suspected narcissists. You deserve clarity, healing, and freedom from the pain of fake love and flying monkeys. So please leave a review and grab a copy of my book, Fake Love, Understanding and Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. Let's uncover the truth and take back your power. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fake Love and Flying Monkeys. The workplace narcissist. Charm in public, bully in private. You know the one. The coworker who turns on the dazzling smile the moment the manager walks in, but behind closed doors, they're rolling their eyes. They're throwing you under the bus and they're making your work life an absolute living nightmare. Welcome to life with a workplace narcissist. So if you've ever found yourself questioning your reality at work, replaying those conversations in your head, wondering, did that really happen? Or feeling like you're constantly walking on eggshells while everyone else seems to adore them, this episode is for you. So let's dive deep into how narcissists operate in the workplace, why they get away with it for so long, and what you can do to protect yourself from the charm to cruelty whiplash. But before I get into it, guys, I would love to invite you to follow me, subscribe to my new YouTube channel. I'm putting a video out just about every day at the moment. So there is so much more content there for you around toxic relationships of all sorts, emotional abuse and narcissistic abuse. Just look out for the link in the description or look out for Nova Gibson on YouTube. I would absolutely love for you to join me, and I'm going to be doing some live streams on YouTube. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Can't wait to see you there. Now, on with the show. First things first, you're not imagining it. One of the trickiest parts about spotting a narcissist in the workplace is how deceptively charming they can be with everyone else. They're often charismatic, as most narcissists are, well-spoken, and they seem to thrive in high-stakes environments. People trust them, like them, even promote them. But that's just their public face, as you've probably found out if you're listening to this episode. In private, or when they think no one important is watching, they can be controlling, manipulative, passive, aggressive, condescending, and just outright cruel. They'll be the colleague who sabotages your work behind the scenes or takes credit for your ideas. They will micromanage you to death and gaslight you about it. They'll smile in meetings, but they'll shred you in emails. They love creating drama and then, of course, playing the victim. Sound familiar? Have you met one of these toxic narcissists at work? Well, you're not alone. The two-faced routine is so common. The public angel, private tyrant. So here's what you need to know, guys. Narcissists rely on image management. They need to be seen as competent, well-liked, indispensable. They are masters of crafting this persona that bosses and co-workers admire. They'll volunteer for visible projects, offer compliments in meetings when it benefits them, and they're often the first to arrive and the last to leave, at least when people are watching them. But once they feel secure in that image, then the real behavior begins to surface, which is often directed at one or two carefully selected targets or scapegoats. Usually it's someone who outshines them, someone who's better than them, someone they actually envy, someone who questions them, someone who doesn't fall for their charm, someone who in the beginning holds firm boundaries, which they set about destroying. So if you're their target, it's not because you're weak. It's usually the opposite. They feel threatened by you. Now, why are narcissists so drawn to the workplace? Well, workplaces are perfect playgrounds for narcissists. Here's why. Number one, hierarchies and power. Corporate structures are hierarchical in particular. Narcissists love power, as you know, and they will climb the ladder at all costs. They'll step over everyone in their way, even if it means stepping on people who have done nothing wrong by them to get there. Number two, visibility and praise. Workplaces offer that regular validation through things like performance reviews, promotions, praise from leadership, and public wins. Narcissists feed off that external admiration, also known as narcissistic supply. This is why so many narcissists crumble as they get older, because they lose that narcissistic supply they were getting regularly in the workplace. Number three, competition. Narcissists thrive in competitive environments. The more pressure, the more chaos, the better, because it creates opportunities for them to manipulate, dominate, and outshine others. So how do they get away with it for so long? Why do other people you work with not see what you see? Well, they're charming to the right people. They don't let that mask drop unless it's someone they're scapegoating, someone like you. Narcissists know exactly who matters. They will butter up managers. They'll bring coffee to their team leader and crack jokes with HR. Basically, they will crawl up everyone's butt to get the attention and admiration they crave. Everyone else, well, you're just a stepping stone. So when you report their toxic behavior, you're not believed. They might say something like, "Oh, surely not them. They're so friendly." Yep, this is classic. They also play the victim. Narcissists will throw stones and then cry when someone throws one back. If you call them out, suddenly you're the bully, remembering no one else has seen the side that you've seen. They will twist the story. They'll accuse you of being overly sensitive or difficult, and they'll position themselves as the misunderstood hero. They'll also weaponize plausible deniability. They love this one. They'll never insult you outright. Instead, it's something like, "Oh, I was just joking," or "They misunderstood me," or "Wow, they're really emotional, aren't they?" They'll just leave enough ambiguity so that if you speak up, you'll sound irrational. And of course, we can't forget the fact that they use flying monkeys. Ever noticed how certain coworkers suddenly start treating you differently? That's no accident. Narcissists are pros at recruiting allies, also known as flying monkeys, who do their dirty work for them. Whether it's spreading rumors, excluding you from emails, or questioning your competence, these minions keep the narcissist's hands clean. Now, it's easy to say go no contact with your abuser, with the narcissist, which I always recommend if you can. But what do you do when this is how you get your money? You need this paycheck and you have to see this person at work. You probably spend more time with them than you do with your own family. And the emotional toll this takes, it's like death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's like living with this kind of toxic workplace. Well, it dynamically chips away at your self-worth over time. You might start to actually doubt your abilities. You start to believe them. You feel anxiety before going to work. You can't sleep thinking about going to work the next day. You absolutely dread meetings. You isolate yourself. You experience burnout and possibly depression. It's not just annoying, guys. This is abuse. And the longer it continues, the more it affects your health, your confidence, and of course, your career. So let's be clear, though, it's not you. Now let's look at 10 classic tactics used by the workplace narcissist. If you're still unsure whether you're dealing with one at work, here are some red flags. Number 1, love bombing, then ghosting. They start off flattering you, inviting you to lunch, praising your work perhaps, then suddenly they're cold and distant. They keep you off balance all the time. Number 2, they'll take credit for your work. You present the idea, they repeat it in the meeting like it's theirs, and everyone applauds them. How infuriating. Number 3, they sabotage you. They forget, in inverted commas, to copy you on important emails. So you fail on some job. They'll withhold important information, or they'll give you absolutely impossible deadlines just to watch you fail and enjoy it. 4, gaslighting. They tell you something one day and then they deny it the next. We never agreed on that. You start to question your memory and reality. Number 5, triangulation. They love this one. They pit coworkers against each other, saying things like, well, she didn't have an issue with it, or he said you weren't pulling your weight. Number 6, public praise, private punishment. They praise you in front of others, but criticize or undermine you when no one's around. Number 7, playing dumb. Oh, I didn't know I had to include you, or oops, must have slipped my mind. Constant excuses that always seem to work in their favor. Funny that. Number 8, character assassination. They subtly, or not so subtly, paint you as emotional, reactive, incompetent, or just difficult to work with. Number 9, victimhood. When you confront them, or when they're confronted by someone, they turn into the victim. I'm just trying my best here and everyone's ganging up on me. Number 10, the classic smear campaigns. If you push back or leave, they will trash your reputation to anyone who'll listen. So what can you do about it? Okay, so now you know you're dealing with a narcissist, but what's next? Well, document everything, guys. Keep a written record of interactions, dates, emails, and events. Save everything. It's going to be your insurance policy. Stop trying to get them to understand. You just reward them for their gaslighting. They don't care how you feel. You will never win with them because they aren't playing by the same rules. You have to set clear boundaries, guys. Say no. Don't overshare. Keep communication short, factual, and emotionless whenever possible. Go grey rock. Be boring. Don't react with any emotions. Be as dull and uninteresting as a grey rock. The less you give them, the less they can twist and use against you. Build alliances at work with healthy people. Connect with the coworkers who see through the narcissist's charm. You may not be the only one who's being targeted. You never know. Take it to HR if you can, but this can be tricky, so you've got to be careful about this. If things escalate, go to HR, but you've got to be strategic. Bring the documented proof, not just your feelings, and understand that HR works to protect the company first. They're about the organization. They're about money. Plan your exit if necessary. If you are walking on eggshells all day at work, absolutely miserable, you can't sleep, you're full of anxiety, try everything you can to get another job. You've got to balance up the damage that is occurring to your psychological, emotional health versus how, if you can get another job, maybe you might have to take a pay cut. Who knows? But you've got to weigh the emotional toll that this workplace is having on you. If you've already left, you might still be recovering. Narcissistic workplace abuse can leave a lasting impact. You may carry self-doubt, social anxiety, fear of conflict, overthinking. Remember, again, you were in that environment, in that state of fight or flight, 8 hours a day or more, and you've got to recover from that. That's trauma, and it's valid. Healing from it involves rebuilding your self-trust and working through the emotional residue, ideally with a trauma-informed counselor such as myself. By the way, guys, if you would like to have a one-on-one Zoom counseling session, please just see my website link in the description. But just make sure whoever you see understands narcissistic abuse. So to finish with, guys, here are some quick tips to help you survive a workplace narcissist. Let's wrap with some rapid fire tips. Number 1, keep your cool. They feed on your reactions. Remember that always. 2, don't confront them publicly. They would enjoy that. It will reward them and it always backfires. 3, stick to facts, not feelings. 4, watch your back. They will stab you in the back and their pulse won't change, and they'll do it with a big smile on their face. But guys, don't let it turn you bitter. 5, protect your reputation. Narcissists love smear campaigns. 6, find your tribe. Find your people, the ones who see through the mask. 7, prioritize your mental health above everything, seriously. And 8, know your worth. They can't take that from you. The workplace narcissist is a master of disguise, a master of manipulation. They thrive on admiration, control, and drama, conflict, but only when no one's watching. If you're stuck in their shadow, it's not because you're weak. It's not because you have some flaw or deficit. It's because you're strong enough to see what others don't. But the good news, once you understand their game, you stop playing. And when you stop playing, you win. And that brings us to the end of another Fake Love and Flying Monkeys episode. Guys, you deserve a safe, respectful work environment. You don't have to tolerate toxic behavior just because someone is good at hiding it. Now, if you are going through this, or you are going through another issue with a narcissist, please see my website link. I would love to be able to support you one-on-one. Now, if you would like to support the channel, guys, every little bit helps. Please share. You never know who might be needing to hear this information. And if you'd like to do a little bit more, there's a link there where you can buy me a cup of coffee. And of course, leave a rating and a review. That helps immensely. So on that note, it's bye from me for now. Until tomorrow's episode, remember, you are worthy of love, and you are worthy of so much more than a lifetime of fake love and flying monkeys.